Hi, my name is Jay from Total Health Nutrition Center, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about natural pain relief. You see, I know a little bit about pain and how to address it naturally. Back in the summer of 2020, I was working on a boat in a lake in northern Wisconsin when I kicked the side of my foot into a sharp, rusty metal object just below the waterline. Don't get me wrong, it certainly hurt, but not nearly as much as it was going to hurt in the next several days. You see, I stubbed my toe, if you will, on that piece of metal and wrapped my foot up in a dirty sock, of course, to keep the blood off of the pier, but then continued to go back to work, cutting grass and working around the yard. Well, needless to say, in the next several hours, my foot swelled up large enough where I could barely get my shoe off, and in the next several days, continued to swell, grow a deep purple color, and ooze yellow pus after 3 days. In which case, my wife finally convinced me to go check it out at the local clinic. To my surprise, the first reaction from the doctor who took a look at my foot was, "Wow, that's one messed up foot." They immediately sent me over to the emergency room at the hospital, and I found myself in emergency surgery about 4 hours later. Needless to say, I had a severe infection that they were worried about getting systemic. That rusty piece of metal you see ended up going all the way into my toe joint, and they basically cut the entire side of my foot open to irrigate the infection and hopefully get it healing. Well, I spent several days in the hospital recovering from that, and at the hospital they had me on morphine and Oxycontin to control the pain. And needless to say, it did a wonderful job of that. However, they also sent me home with oral prescriptions of morphine and Oxycontin. And after a day in, I noticed that I was significantly out of breath trying to move about the room. I was extremely lethargic, where it took every effort I had to reach over across the table and grab a glass of water. At that moment, it dawned on me that indeed those were both side effects of those prescription drugs, and I knew right then and there that I needed to find a natural alternative so that I could both control the pain and avoid the side effects that the prescriptions were giving me. So I went to my trusty, well-stocked supplement cabinet and pulled out a few items that I thought might help me. The first item was a product from Terry Naturally called Curamin Extra Strength. By itself, it does a pretty fantastic job of general pain relief, does a good job of being an anti-inflammatory. But given the fact that I was on the heavy prescriptions, I needed to step it up a notch. And lucky for me, Total Health's owner, Martin Johnson, had just completed a book called "Is CBD a Good Option for Me?" In which case he talks about some of the benefits for pain management using CBD. And to my surprise, on page 21 and 22, he references a combination of using CBD with a product called turmeric and D-phenylalanine. I happen to have one of the recommended CBD products from his book, the Clinical CBD Solutions. I was using a 1,500 milligram a couple times a day, but when I combined it with the Curamin Extra Strength, I really started to know results. And if you take a look on the back of the Curamin label, one of the first ingredients is D-phenylalanine. and one of the other main components is turmeric. So using those two products in combination really seemed to do the trick. I do 3 tablets of the Curamin along with a couple of droppers of the CBD, and I'd probably be doing that 3 to 4 times a day, and I noticed it controlled the pain very well. In fact, I had no need or desire to go back to the prescription meds at that time. So, long story short, if you're on a prescription pain med, of course consult your doctor before altering or quitting any prescription you're on. But it may be something worth exploring that if you're not happy with the effects, or you're concerned about the side effects that you may be getting with those prescriptions. For me, the combination of the Clinical CBD Solutions CBD and the Curamin Extra Strength was just the ticket to get me feeling right without the side effects. If there's anything we can do for you to answer any questions about your journey to better health, please give our retail desk a call at 262-251-8543, and any of our helpful sales associates will be able to help point you in the right direction. Otherwise, if you want to take it a step further and talk to one of the experts in our clinic about how we can potentially help you get on a healthier track, you can set up a no-charge phone consultation with one of our practitioners to see if our services are a great choice for you. You can reach the clinic at 262-251-2929, and we all look forward to hearing from you.